So I watched a YouTube video this past weekend done by Christen Dominique that showed the eyeshadow do's and the eyeshadow don'ts. And it really inspired me, and the next day I did my makeup looking at that and using some of the techniques that she used, and I was so proud of myself because it looked a lot better than it has in a while. So I want to share with you some of my tips and tricks for how to do eyeshadow on my eyes because I've got hooded lids. Maybe this will help you out, but it's got some tips and tricks for how to do eyeshadow for hooded lids, or just how to help with blending. Next, to use a primer. I feel if I do that first, if I'm making errors with coloring them in, then I can use the makeup to cover that. Next, I do a color all over the eyes to kind of get it prepped and ready for colors for blending. And I use a more flowy brush. Maybe Color Science Champagne Kiss Illuminator. Next tip that I'm going to do is I'm going to use my lightest color, which is going to be, I'm going to put that kind of all over the lid. Maybe, and I'm going to use this brush because it'll evenly distribute it and give me more control. You want to be careful not to mix the eyebrow that you just put on with your eyeshadow, or else it's not going to be pretty. Next step, we're going to use Half Baked for the in-between spot and in the crease to help with blending with the darker color. Now we're ready for the crease. I'm going to use Smog, my favorite shade to use. I'm going to go in the crease, blend it slightly, but I'm going to start lightly because I want this to blend and look more natural. Now, to really make sure that it blends, I go back to the Half Baked, the in-between color, and I just kind of go over some areas that there's a definite lack of blending. I'm gonna use this brush again. I'm gonna use it for the lighter color, which is going to be, Sin, this one right here. Under the eyebrow bone, or the brow bone. Use a lighter color when you're doing the under the eye part, because if you don't, you can really make your eyes look very, very dark, and you probably don't want that. So I'm first going to use the Half Baked, the in-between one, right now. How you're holding your brush. If you're holding it closer to your eye, then you're probably using it a little bit too heavily. In the middle gives you more control to have a lighter touch, but down here it'll be more heavy touch. So I'm putting it towards the middle right now. Now I use my favorite setting spray, Eyeliner, and I mainly just focus on spraying it on my eyes. Now I'm complete with eyeliner and mascara. One of the rules when you've got hooded lids is you need to start thin towards this part of your eye and then gradually go thicker. Like, it's very gradual. And even then it's not that thick, because if you do too thick, you won't be able to see this lovely lightness right here, and all you're just going to see is eyeliner because of the way your lids are. the hooded lid tutorial was a little bit helpful. I know everybody's eyelids are different. This is just something that really helps me. Hope you guys enjoyed.